Hello again and welcome back to our Down and Dirty Mini Movies. This is video number 8 in our short film help series where I bring you just quick little snippets of our product portfolio to show you how they work and give you a little idea of those. Today we're going to be talking about a Topo survey for a surface volume. Now these titles sound complicated, but honestly this is one of my favorite things to demo, because it's so easy. With Magnet being such an intelligent software, once you basically know how to start it and know how to stop it properly, Magnet Field does all the work for you, and it's really quite easy to demo out in the field. Now again, this is just to showcase products that we actually offer from TopCon. It is no means going to go through a true training of the product. For training, please visit TopCon's e-learning website, elearning.topcon.com, and tons of resources on the My TopCon Now app for resources on hardware and software.
So today I've decided to get out of the house, get out from behind the computer, and do a little video presentation in real world. My neighbor has a pile of stone that he was going to be putting a field line in, and 10 years ago never has completed that. So we're going to take a look at that and topo that real quick. We're going to be doing it with my Hyper VR receiver here. My Bluebird box. So that little ditch gets a little high. It's been raining here, so I didn't know if I could wade across that, so I got the four-wheeler out. So this is the pile of stone we're going to be topoing around it and calculating the volumes on. I just wanted you to see a visual of what we're looking at there. Okay?
So we're going to begin with Magnet Field, same version, a brand new job. We're going to go to Edit Points, and I'm going to create a point that I can do a one-point localization on. We'll just use a default point number 1000 with coordinates 5000, 5000, and 100. Okay. Next, let's connect to our receiver. So I have a profile already set up for the Alabama network, and we're going to connect. It's going to search for my receiver here, the only one I have, and we'll select it and click connect. Now always be patient when you're connected to a network, because it's got to make the in-trip connection, so it's going to jump over to that as we see here. So it does say it's connected, so I'll go back out to the home screen. Let's go to setup and look at our status. See if it's starting to come in, and I've got a float solution, so I know it's starting to work, so that's good enough for right now. We'll go to setup, start our localization, add. Our known point would be the point we created, point number 1000. And you can type in anything here, control point, but I'll just use base. It's what I'm used to with base rovers. So it's going to measure this point and take us into a topo screen. I'll just switch it to normal. And let's measure a raw shot here, and we compare these two up, horizontal, vertical, hit OK. There's no residual because it's just a one-point localization. And let's go back to the home screen. So if you take a quick peek back under survey and topo, we're ready to shoot and measure more points. We got local coordinates of 5000, 5000. So to begin a surface, it's real simple to do this. The main thing is just knowing how to start and when to end. So to start, you're going to go back under survey and choose surface, and all you got to do is just give it a simple name. I'll just use number 8. You can call it surface 8, whatever. We're not going to go through all the settings. This is not a training. We'll just click next, and it puts us into the topo, and it says surface topo at the top. And I'm going to start out with just point number 1 and just shoot ground shots, just simple ground shots. So point number one, we're ready to measure our first point. I'm going to go up to the edge of the stone pile and measure the point. So let's actually switch back to the map view so you can start seeing this be drawn in. And I'm going to measure point number two. I'm going to be walking around the stone pile, and as you collect your third point, it's going to start drawing the triangles in here. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to start speeding this up as I have walked around the stone pile, and you can shoot your points pretty much in any order. You just want to click or collect points at all the breaks, all the angles, all the changes in relief as you go along. And it will just continue drawing the triangles. Now once you've completed this, you've shot your last point, everything's being saved here. You stored your last point. All you have to do is just hit the back arrow key and it will save this surface based on that last point that you shot. Now it automatically brings up the volume report, and it says cubic US feet. Based on your units, you could have set that to yards, and it would display that in yards, for example. And then you also, down here at the bottom right, have an option to save it, just like we've saved some of our other reports out. And just give it a name, and just pay attention to where your path is that you're saving, and you can call that report back up. So that basically is it. Now let's take a quick look at this particular tin that we did in 3D mode. So I'm going to go to the map screen and change some settings. Now we're under the general tab. Let's go to the 3D tab, and I'm going to click on the solid view plus wireframe. I want to see the tin, and when you click on relief map, it's going to change the color scheme. So now let's click on the 3D model. And here we are in a 3D view of that, and we can turn that around and see that particular stone pile in 3D, which is pretty impressive when you demo that out in the field. And this didn't take no time at all to measure this out. So that completes this short video presentation. I want to thank you for watching.